So now we're going to take, yes. So we'll, shh. It is a reflection across the x-axis. It's, yeah, yeah. You did reflections back in geometry a long time ago, so you just yes, yes. Cosine would be at its minimum on the y-axis. Yeah, yeah, that kind of thing. All right. So when we do our translations, we got that HK thing again. Remember the whole HK thing? Oh, come on. Remember the HK thing? Give me those little pained looks that, yes, you remember HK. All right. Okay. So, pen here. Right thing. Yeah. That still doesn't look like a pen. I haven't heard yet. It's still not giving me a pen. Ah, here we go. Here we go. Guys! Shh. Raquel? Cool it. So, the standard form for sine and cosine, we got that A, absolute value of the A is the amplitude. We got sine, or we got cosine. We got that B, and we now get a horizontal shift with the H and a vertical shift with the K. So same thing works for cosine. Just write that in another color. Same A, same B. You can either use theta or x on these. I used x there. I'm going to use theta there. I can't remember how your homework is written on these. You can use those interchangeably. Plus k. I don't know if I'll use them interchangeably. I'll use a lot of x's today. Okay. So let's regroup here. A, the absolute value of the A is the amplitude. B tells you how many cycles there are between 0 and 2 pi. But maybe it's easier to think about that the period is 2 pi divided by B, or B is 2 pi divided by the period. To go backwards and forwards on that. So those two equations are equivalent. The H is called it's a horizontal shift. It's called a phase shift. And the K is the vertical shift. What is going on back there? Oh, okay. Didn't. Okay. The K is a vertical shift. Remember, that's our up-down. Okay. So let me give you a couple of little examples. So if I got, I think I got to get rid of this graph. Tool, that thing. Let me just delete that for right now. Back to a pen. Hey, so the H is what we have always thought about. We're doing this translation left, right, horizontally. It's called a phase shift when you're doing these periodic functions. Okay. So if I have, for example, y equals cosine of x plus pi, and it is inside the parentheses with the x, then I'm talking about I'm talking about the phase shift. I'm talking about that pi is an h. So this is, excuse me, there we go. I knew it'd be right back. It always comes back and says, display driver stopped responding and has recovered. All right, so we have a phase shift of h's, we always change the sign, of negative pi, which means we are going left negative pi units. Or we're going left pi units, I guess is really how I would say this. Okay? If it were x minus pi, we'd be going right pi units. Okay? If I got y equals sine of x or theta or something, and I say plus 3, and I am not inside the parentheses, then that's my vertical shift, that's my k. That means that we are doing a translation that is up 3 units. If I did something like, right. So if I have y equals cosine of 2 x minus pi over 2 minus 4, then I have a phase shift going right pi over 2 units. I have a, the tremendous amount of conversations is really distracting for me today. I know that you're trying to get this, but let me get the notes out for everybody. And I have a vertical shift down 4, and this 2, oh, that's my B. That means my period is 2 pi divided by 2. I have a period of pi. So I can have lots of things in here, and I didn't even put an amplitude in there, and we'll get to those. We'll get to an amplitude there soon. Okay, so let's try a few examples. We'll start off kind of easy. I know I need another graph here somewhere. Selection tool, let me just put that on the clipboard so that I have it there for later. Okay. My first graph I'm going to do is y equals the cosine of x plus 5. The plus 5 is not inside the parentheses, which means I have a up and down shift. I have a vertical shift. So this is going to be the same thing as the cosine of x moved up 5. So I'm going to